it was great because I wasn't even expecting a podcast. I out of the blue, I got from Rob, and I chatted with Rob a couple of times, I think. But out of the blue, I got here's a podcast for you. What do you think? So it was great. The only input from me really was that 90-minute chat, which was very enjoyable. It was a nice 90 minutes to spend, kind of reminiscing and answering questions. And Rob's a great guy. And he really is good at asking the right questions, pulling out of you the things that are good to pull out, I guess. But after that 90-minute call, there was no input from me. This podcast arrived unexpectedly in my case, which I love. I love it. It's a little odd, to hear your story back, but I do love it. And I got some excellent feedback from people about the podcast. And a lot of that is down to Rob and the team. I don't know who actually did the editing and pulled it out, but a lot of that is down to the editing and the choosing what to pull out, what order, how it was grouped. It was grouped into 5. There are 5 podcasts, and obviously each of them has a theme. So the theme, the choice of theme, the pulling out of the edits into each one was, I was extremely impressed with the quality of that. I was very surprised that Rob actually managed to get content in that, in that sort of grouped way from the sort of seemingly random chat we had. But I was very impressed with that. Feedback from colleagues, peers, friends and family has been extremely positive. But one of the sort of insights was that, it's good to get to know me. The real me comes across, because it doesn't always come across in adverts and in professional calls. So my personality comes through in it, I think, a little bit, because I've got this, obviously this professional face that I put on. But obviously when you're working with people, clients for over longer periods of time, your personality comes out, and you become sort of closer than just, this client expert relationship kind of thing. So it's good for people to sort of know up front the type of person I am. I think it works great. The podcast is great. I now have put it into a mail sequence. I subscribe all new leads to that sequence from the very first interaction. 100%. I would 100% recommend Activate Your Podcast, both for what I've done, because when people engage with it, it's always positive. But also, I know Pete quite well, and he's told me his plans and their plans. I know that some of the things they've got in the pipeline are very exciting, very impressive, and I'm excited to see what comes from that, and I would thoroughly recommend. In fact, I do recommend Activate Your Podcast to people, because I'm very impressed with the work and the output, and what it can lead to.